Yes, it's that time again, my fellow operatives. My name is Taff Taylor, and today I'm here to show you another match of mine that I had with the one and only Gage Flair, Tennessee Backyard Wrestling. This was a match that I had in preparations for my big-time matchup with one Anthony Steele, and I'll be sharing that match with y'all later on. But as of right now, this is coming off the heels of the Raging Rumble, or All Hallows Mania in 2021. That was that Royal Rumble type match that I was in with Anthony, and I lasted for so long. The story was that Anthony eliminated me, or I eliminated him, then he got back in illegally and eliminated me, blah, 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 blah. Well, this is before season finale 5, and I'm going one-on-one in a second match in the main event, my first main event of Tennessee Backyard Wrestling's main show, Rampage. It's me versus the Nature Boy, Gage Flair. So this was a fun matchup. I didn't expect that I was going to be having this, but they already called me a backyard legend, which I really appreciated. I didn't ask for the name. I didn't tell them that was my name, but that was a name that these guys actually had given me. It was a nickname, and that's the backyard legend, the Nemesis James Taylor. I guess it's because of all my years before. And yes, I retired after 2010. And then I just kind of got back in the ring in 2015 and a few little, not really anything big, a couple little dark matches, just playing around, and that was it. I basically thought my career was over, but it just took promo wrestling to get me to meet one guy who brought me out of retirement. But anyways, and here we are, 2021. Here we are, and I'm going one-on-one with the Nature Boy, Gage Flair. So I know that he always likes to start off with doing a little fake handshake, so I wanted to show him who the hell I am. I talk to some trash, I give him the double bird. He goes for the handshake, so I go in for it, and he does the woo. So I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting. I was kind of going for like a Triple H, Ric Flair type matchup back from May of 2003. That was on a Monday Night Raw after Judgment Day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up the Monday Night Raw exactly. The night after Judgment Day 2003, Ric Flair went one-on-one with Triple H. And it was for the world's heavyweight title, and it was because it was a matchup that was set up by Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that was actually a really good matchup. But the aspects that happened in that near the beginning and the end is kind of almost similar to what we did right here. But nonetheless, he hits me with the knife edge chop. I'm taking the bumps like a SOB, and just doing my work, just breaking in. My first match, obviously, was with Manny Cobra. Y'all all saw that. But this is a guy who's a little bit more experienced than Manny Cobra, a lot more experienced. Not as much as me in my eyes, but, I mean, it's just my opinion. So here I am arguing with the ref, and I'm just trying to break into it. I remember the match pretty vividly because I'm not active in the ring on a weekly basis like these guys are. I am actually considered a part-time wrestler, and I never thought that that would even matter. But when you're part-time in a wrestling ring, I mean, you can get gassed easy. You know, other than a guy who's, you know, busting his ass every week whenever he gets in the ring, kind of like what Gage is doing. Yeah, he looks like he's more out of shape or bigger than me, but the guy's in a lot more ring shape than I am. So I'm going to give him that. But I remember when you're in that ring and you're doing what you do, like here he is, I told him to give me a couple of chops in the corner, and then I'm going to counter and do some right hands of my own. But when you're going, you're not thinking about the time. You lose track of time when you're in there. It could seem like it's going by in the blink of an eye, and you've been in there for 15, 20 minutes already. To me, it was just like we were going 100 miles an hour. I felt that way. But when you watch it, it's a completely different aspect. And that's why I can't implore enough that people, when you're doing your matches, go back and watch them. I've watched this match over and over before I had my match with Anthony. I watched this match. I'm watching it right now with you guys. Because this is how you learn, and this is how you evolve, and this is how you get better. So nonetheless, he throws me out of the ring. I remember we wanted to do that as a spot, and I wanted to sell for him. I wanted to make him look like $1 million. So here he is chopping me. This is in fall now. This is like right before Thanksgiving. I know this was like the 1 or 2 shows before season finale. And then we had a big winter storm that came. And I live 3 hours from this location. TVW takes place in Lafayette, Tennessee, and I live 3.5 hours from there. And the weather was just bad. I mean, this was a good day, the day that I was there. And they filmed 2 episodes. I got to do this, and I got to do a segment with Anthony and whatnot. But I did not get to come back until January. This is November, mind you. They had to take a break because almost every single weekend there was snow, ice, some type of rain. I mean, it was bad. Here he is, hitting a stunner out of nowhere. I did that to buy me some time. He didn't know I was going to do it, but I did it. And then he was like, "You're going too fast, slow down." I'm telling on myself. I mean, I'm still, it's like riding a bike. You don't really forget how to do it. But when you really aren't doing a match all the time, you kind of forget certain things. And like I said, it goes back to that time frame. I'm thinking this match is going super fast. I feel like we've done a lot, and now I'm ready to end it because I'm already getting blown up. And then he's like, "Slow down. Let's just have some fun. Do a couple of things." I said, "Okay." So I hit him with the stunner, and now he wanted to hit me with his pedigree, and that's what we're about to do right here. So he's going to woo me. I'm going to flip him off. He's going to hit me, hook the arms. He does his pedigree in a weird way. He just kind of goes real fast with it. Watch the ring awareness. Foot on the bottom rope. 1, 2. I'm glad the referee caught it. I was scared that he was going to count 3, but luckily he paid attention. I rolled out of the ring, and this was on the spot moment. I said, "Give me a suplex right here." He goes, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, do it." "Okay." And if you do it, listen to the crowd. They're all like, "Oh, man." Because they haven't seen anybody really do that in a long time. They haven't really seen anybody do that in person. Now, if you go and watch them, they'll do it every now and then. But I know that I was having tunnel vision. I was just focused on the moment. He hits me right here, and he says, "Clothesline. Watch a clothesline." Then, bow, knock him down. He takes a bump because I took the suplex. He decided he wanted to take a big old bump right there. I've lost track of time, and he's like, "Get in the ring, break the count." I was like, "Oh shit, okay, my bad." And I told Cooper right there, who was the referee at the time, I said, "Count a little slower now." Now here's a botch. He did that. Good recovery. I mean, it kind of looked like I hit him with it, but I realized what he wanted to do, so I did it a second time. It worked out beautifully. And we went from there. That's how sometimes these matches are. Most of the time, you kind of plan the way your opening spot's going to be. Whatever happens in the middle just happens, and then you have your ending spot. Well, we had a planned ending spot, but then we changed it. And you'll see that here shortly, and I'll tell you. But here he is for a roll-up. 1, 2. Woo! I kick out just barely. Who do you think's going to win? I don't know, but big old bionic elbow I give him. And now I chop him myself, and he wanted me to give him a hip toss. I was kind of like, why a hip toss? I would have rather given him a back body drop. He is a bigger guy, but I hate hip tosses on a smaller guy compared to him, like me. I don't know. Anyways, we went with it. We did it. Did what we had to do. I hit him with another elbow drop, and then we go from there. I know that he was going to do his figure 4 on me. There we are talking. I'm gassed. I think I told him, "Let's go ahead and end it." He's like, "No, we got to go a little bit longer." And that was on me. I mean, I was just out of it. As you can see, I'm still finding my footing. I'm finding what I'm doing. Back and forth, back and forth. I take the bump for him. Pow! And I know I'm just kind of rambling on, but I mean, this what's great about these matches. You learn from them. He is hitting me with some elbows. I would have done a little bit differently, but grabbing the hair thing, wasn't used to that. Most people just do a sell or whatever, but I'm showing them the veteran skills that I got by grabbing the hair. But I'm not showing myself as really a veteran here. Kind of I am, but like with me gassing the way I am, I'm not in ring shape. I'm a part-timer, and I couldn't even comprehend that, I was like, nobody told me I was a part-timer. Nobody told me that I was weak or anything like that. Not even Gage. He was excited to have the match with me. I was excited to have the match with him because I could see that he was real safe, so I trusted him, and I believe he trusted me. But it was the fact that I'm telling on myself. I think that I just wasn't ready for this match. I think if me and Gage could run it back one more time, I don't know if it'll ever happen. I don't even know if he's even going to watch this match right now. But, I mean, if me and him ever did get a chance to run it back again, I think our second match would be a banger compared to what this one was. This one was okay. It was not bad, especially for me being, like, you know, trying to get back into it, breaking it. Look at me selling for him, though. Selling that figure four. You don't really see a lot of people sell the figure four like that. And I like to take credit when it comes to something like this because one of my favorite things to do in this business is sell. And I like to make my opponent look like $1 million in any way that I can. Win, lose, or draw. And I would hope, and you know, I would really hope that somebody would want to do that for me. So here we are, we did that, and now he's getting ready to hit me. All he wanted to do is strut. That's right, I hit him with a stunner out of nowhere. So you see I'm selling for him still. Bam, hit the stunner. Now I'm not running over there to go for the pin. I'm selling for him. He didn't know that I was going to do that. And I went over there to sell it. And I see we hold the calf because I'm showing the damage that the figure four did. This is me selling and making him look like, you know, what he was doing was good. I go for the pin, 1, 2, and then he shows his ring awareness. He grabs the bottom rope, and then we're good from there. And then he's like, hey, I'm going to go for a pedigree, blah, blah, blah. You'll see. Here's the ending spot. So the original ending spot was going to be me giving him a stunner and just going for the 1, 2, 3 after he hit the figure four. And instead, I did the sell. I told him to do that. He kicked out. And then I'm going to pretend to go for the pedigree. Looks like he's going to get the victory. Look at this. Hits me with the back body drop. Beautifully done. And he's like, oh, it's definitely over now. He goes for the pedigree. But instead, I countered the pedigree. It was crazy for a backdrop because he's bigger than me. And I was just gassed. So there's like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. And then bam, third stunner out of nowhere. Hit it. Made me look strong. Give him 100% credit for that. 2, 3. I pull up the victory, showing the emotion. And that's what you do. You don't just get a 1, 2, 3, get up and have the referee raise your hand, boom, it's over. I mean, I'm selling for him right here. I mean, yes, I was gassed, but I was still selling. And I said, go ahead and raise my hand. He was afraid to raise my hand because I stunned him the first time. I said, no, don't worry about it. Just raise my hand. So there I am, talking my trash. You know, I was actually saying, dude, thank you. That was fun. That was awesome. That was awesome. Thank you. And so here I am celebrating, showing the sell, and then I say this about Anthony.
Flair's momentum heading into season finale.
What a main event,
ladies and
gentlemen! What a main event!
And that's basically the next matchup that I have. It's one-on-one in a street fight, season finale 5 against the one and only, the real deal himself, Anthony Steele. So there I am celebrating Gage Flair in our first ever dream match that they didn't expect was going to happen. It happened. I picked up the victory, and I go back behind the curtain. And then this leads to their little feud that they were going to have, which was Ledger and Gage Flair because they have a long rival history. Here comes Ledger out of nowhere, taking the leftovers that I left. I don't come back out or nothing like that because it's just, you know, it wasn't part of my deal. I was all about Anthony, and this was their storyline. But nonetheless, it was really great. I hope you all enjoyed this today. It was one of my funner matches that I did have in TVW. And we're just going to get started from here. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like, share it with your friends, show all your backyard wrestling buddies, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much.
We will see you.